Hi everyone, Mixie here. For today's video, I'll be going over this machine configuration. It's the ribbons attached to a figure box, and in this particular setup, it's the configuration where there's a one metal bar in the back, and then there's a sort of elasticy rubber string. If you can kind of see, there's this the pink rubber portion is tied here, and it goes through the middle of this, and there's a front blocking metal bar. So I am not a huge fan of these ribbon boxes just because of how the box doesn't always predictably fall. And I guess I just don't like the fact that it's partly to do with luck with how it falls. So I popped in here and I was kind of like, oh, I kind of want to win another Dabi. And it looks like prize A is close to falling. Like you can see prize A's front corner looks like it might just need a good push and maybe it'll fall down. So I wasn't stocking this machine. I was kind of, okay, let me try pushing this box down with the left claw, see if maybe I can just kind of jab it down. So I go for it. And it doesn't really go that far. It pushes, or it meets a lot of resistance and it picks it up. Oopsies. So I didn't realize that this is the type of configuration where it picks up it and takes it to like a position versus that it picks it up and drops it back down. So it dropped it back down and looks like it's in a slightly better position. So what I wanted to do now is actually I was going to go after prize B box, and I wanted to lift it closer to prize A so that I can use prize A as sort of a step stool and swing prize B box over and over the front bar. So here it's on it. So I kind of want to reach the back of the box and flip it so that it falls forward and it kind of lands around here. So I'm aiming kind of for this back portion of the box to lift it forward. And these claws are so strong, it just lifts the box up and it just catches the wrong way it swung. So it swung in back of the box. So I was like, whoopsies. Okay, so now I'm going to try and push the box forward, except I misjudged it. And I wanted to grip the box behind the corner, but instead I did it in front. And when it does that, when the claw closes, it pushes it back away. Thankfully, prize B is still within the playing zone. So I feel like the only way you can win on these machine configurations is if you had both prizes in play, because they can use it as stepping stools for each other. So I'm going to bring up prize B closer to prize A. So my two goals, either one, to swing prize B on top of A and kind of flip it over the front bar, or I can use prize B and push prize A down. So yay, it's right next to each other. So now I'm going to try and flip B over, kind of like maybe lift it, except the front pulls back and it actually ends up kind of being in a better position to fall through the bars. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just win it the way you're supposed to, quote unquote, win it, which is in between the gaps. So I go to straighten up the back of the box so that when it closes up, it will fall forward. And as you can see, that kind of completely failed. So it's completely sitting on this rubber string portion. So I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm going back to prize A, and I'm going to straighten the back of prize A, the corner, so that it can fall forward. Ooh, so that looks like it actually really did well. And then you can see this front corner fall further down. So I don't know if the fact that the other prize was actually on this elastic thing, which helped it. So I do it again, lift the back corner, and it did go down a little bit more. So I was like, oh, cool. Okay, so since that was working, I still wanted to do that again, which is go for this back corner, which is slightly slanted still. and try to lift it so it's straight so that I can fall forward more and hopefully through the bars. Oh, cool. So now it's straight. So that worked and it's now straight. So there's just kind of like this ribbon portion that's kind of keeping it up now. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to need prize B on this right side to help push prize A down now. So my goal was to lift it, so that's why it's slightly off center, and plunk it on top of prize A. And there wasn't a good grip because as you can see on this box, the top portion has like a extra tape on it so it can grip it if it's like flat. But if it's in this horizontal position, then you only can really usually grab these ribbons to lift it. So I was like, okay. So I go back here. I'm gonna try and straighten it again, try and jab it. So you see I jabbed it and it just kind of slid right off because it was crooked. So definitely jabbing it directly is not going to work. So then I went after price B and I was like, okay, I need to try picking this up again. So I aimed for these ribbons, slide off center, made sure not to grab this one. It's very careful. It's going to pull it up and yeah, this corner is sitting on top of this one. Awesome. It fell down and it pushed the other prize further down. At this point, my goal is to jab prize B without lifting either of the prizes because then you should end up being starting up all over from scratch. Push it. Yes. So jabbed it, made sure not to grab these ribbons. And then it's pretty much almost falling. Needs another jab. And then here we go. Be very careful to not grab any of the ribbons. And there it goes. Yay! So hopefully that gave you some tips on how to win on this machine configuration. Definitely only playing when one of the prizes kind of like halfway falling is the way to go because you can just waste so many tries trying to get it into the right position or even falling in between the bars. So hope that was helpful and I will see you in the next video. Bye!